Hey guys, what's going on? So, lot later than I thought it would be. I thought I'd be able to do this earlier today. Again, I'm sorry about the camera. My phone has a crack, has many cracks in it. Cracked my screen, but there's a crack directly across the camera lens, and so it's extremely blurry. And if I turn the phone around, I don't know whether it's actually looking at me or not. So I don't have any idea. So I just wanted to kind of get on here and give everybody an update. Those of you guys that have been following me. Hey, Lindsay, what's up? Good seeing you. Hey, tomorrow, or the Super Bowl, your niece, I'm not going to say any names, is having a Super Bowl party at her house, and it'd be awesome if you and your guy came. Again, no other names, but it'd be cool if you came. So I really would look forward to seeing you there. Okay, so as most of you that are watching this, as most of you know, I took my first Zepbound shot yesterday at 10 a.m. And as the day progressed, I really didn't feel any changes. It really wasn't the, like if you watched Captain America, there's the scene where he goes into the deal and Tony Stark's father, Howard Stark, injects him, and the injection changes his body, right? It didn't happen like that, guys. I didn't get the shot and then suddenly I weigh 250 pounds, because that would be wonderful. I haven't weighed 250 pounds since I was in boot camp. But as the day went on, I really didn't feel any side effects. I don't feel like I've had the flu. It didn't make me nauseous. I honestly, there are 0 side effects, which is awesome. I am not complaining about that. But that's pretty much the case. I've got no side effects. But one thing I did notice was that I had lunch around 2 o'clock yesterday. And what does it say? Slow connection. Come dinner time, I quite literally wasn't hungry for dinner. Now, if you know me, well, if you don't know me, that may not seem like a big deal. Because if you knew me, me not being hungry for any meal is virtually unheard of. I'm hungry when it's not meal time. So it was really cool. Now, I had a pretty solid lunch. I had a pretty hefty lunch. But with that, I went to bed last night having not eaten anything else, which was awesome. I loved that fact. So today, I had the guy I work with. We swap off. Oh, sorry, guys. We swap off who is going to buy breakfast, right, each morning when we work together. One morning I'll buy bagels and schmear, and then another he'll get like the quick trip scrambles, right? So this morning, because we were working together today, and he texted me saying, hey, I've got breakfast, so don't worry about it. Just see you when you get here. And when I got there, he had gotten breakfast pizza. Now, here's another little tidbit about me that you may or may not know. I am an absolute pizza fanatic. I don't care what kind of pizza. I love pizza. Guys, I don't know why I keep saying slow connection, because I'm literally running on the same data connection. It's T-Mobile, and I was running on it all day yesterday at Starlight. So that's where I was yesterday, sitting in the Starlight parking lot, Starlight Theater. And what's up, Kevin? What's up, Marissa? Good to see you. Hythen, my man. Brother, I ain't seen you in a minute. Send me a PM, bro. We got to catch up. So, like I said, I don't know why it's slow connection. If I'm lagging or if it's messing up on your end, please bear with me. Don't run off. I think it'll catch up and it'll be fine in a minute. Because it just keeps saying it, and I don't know why. So, in any case, like I said, took the shot at 10 o'clock yesterday. Didn't have any side effects, and that is true all the way up till right now. I've had no side effects whatsoever. I have not been nauseous. I have not been flu-like symptoms. I have not. There's some other things that I won't get too graphic in, but there are some things that have to do with going number 2. I've not had any problems with anything. However, I really didn't think, because there were no side effects, I really didn't think it was doing anything. So last night, I had eaten lunch. What's up, Kevin? I ate lunch at 2 o'clock. What's up, Mr. Pillsbury? Chiefs going to the Super Bowl, baby. So I, like I said, I had lunch at 2 o'clock, and I went to bed last night without desiring dinner. I was not hungry. What I had eaten for lunch was perfectly fine for me. I was good with that. So then this morning, my coworker texts me and says, "Hey, don't worry about bringing in breakfast. I've got it covered this morning. Just come on in." And I get there, and he has bought a breakfast pizza from Casey's. Now, like I said, I am an absolute pizza fanatic. I literally don't know any food that I enjoy on a more regular basis than pizza. Now, mind you, I will tell you that crab legs, lobster, steak are my top 3 most favorite foods of all time. Pizza still comes in at like number 2 under those 3, because all 3 of them are number 1. I couldn't, if I had to decide between them all, I'd be like, give me a little piece of each. But pizza is my hands down, but because those other things are so expensive, I don't get to eat those very regularly. So, quite literally, pizza is the most ingested food that I eat. So, it is nothing for me to go in, especially for a breakfast pizza, because it's much lighter than a regular pizza, and be able to eat a half a pizza. Now, something you need to understand about Casey's breakfast pizza, I don't know about any of the rest of their pizzas, but their breakfast pizzas, they cut them like a normal pizza. So you would have, say, 8 pieces. And then they cut all of those in half. So you have a total of 16 pieces. I had 2 pieces of pizza, and I was satisfied. I was done. Did I feel fat and weighted down? No. I just ate the 2 pieces, and I was like, that's good. I don't need any more. And understand, I, in that scenario, would have easily eaten 8 of those pieces, or 4 regular sized pieces of pizza, without even thinking. And trust me when I tell you, I can eat an entire pizza by myself. A whole large pizza. So, understand that this was a big deal, okay? And I was all right with that, and I let it kind of go. I was like, okay, I'm good with this. Well, then lunch rolled around, and I really wasn't all that hungry for lunch. I wasn't super full. I didn't feel uncomfortably full. I just didn't want anything. And my buddy that I work with, not only did he buy the pizza, but he also got me this. Now, I told you guys yesterday in that I'm trying to get away from soda, and I am. A friend of mine bought this for me. However, it is sugar-free and 0 calories. So I feel confident that, it's still pop. I still got to worry about it, or at least try to help cut it. But it's not like a regular Dr. Pepper. And I hope that makes sense. I hope that nobody looks at that and goes, well, you're still drinking pop. Well, I am drinking pop, and I will be cutting it. But when you're looking at a 0 calorie, 0 sugar soda, it is different. It makes a difference. Anyway, I've been drinking on that, but understand that I opened this at about noon today, and that's all that I've drank. That little bit right in there. So it's not like I'm sucking down a lot of pop. But here's the funny thing. Those 2 pieces of pizza, I was not hungry for lunch at all, right? I absolutely was not hungry for lunch. Further, I wasn't super hungry for dinner. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go get me a nice dinner, fairly nice. I don't want to, I'm not going to go blow it up. It's Friday night. I'm not going to go destroy my whatever. What I didn't know is that I wasn't going to have a choice. And what I mean by that is this. I decided to go to Noodles and Company because I absolutely love their spicy Korean beef noodles. And for those of you that, if you eat there, their portions are fairly, in comparison, their portions are fairly small. A regular is still, you're looking at maybe 2 fists of food, okay? And so I got that, and I got the 5 meatballs to go with it. Mind you, all I've had, remember this when I say what I'm about to say, all I've had to eat today is 2 pieces of breakfast pizza at like 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. Okay? Keep that in mind. 2 pieces, 2 half pieces, so 1 full piece, as you would understand pizza to be, of pizza at roughly 8:30, 9 o'clock this morning. You guys, I went to Noodles and Company, and I had my meal. And I am so full right now. I'm almost, not quite, I am almost uncomfortable. If I were to have gotten, say, the the Rice Krispie treat triangle that they sell, I would be feeling unbelievably sick to my stomach right now. As it is, I'm just barely, but I mean successfully maintaining right now. I feel so full that I quite literally cannot believe it. So, I guess it's doing something. Guys, I haven't even been snacking today. I have had 2 half pieces of breakfast pizza from Casey's at 8 o'clock, 9, let's call it 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock this morning. And that is all I've had. I have not been snacking all day at work. I did not grab a cheeseburger on the way home. I haven't eaten anything else. And then I bought my dinner. I got my dinner about a half an hour ago. And that one, I didn't get any extras. I just got my noodles and company, Korean beef noodles, and the 5 little meatballs. And yes, that is quite a bit of food. Quite a bit, but, and I am so full that it's almost right on the edge of being uncomfortable. So, the whole idea of this is my weight loss journey and documenting things. So this is definitely something that I am documenting, is that it took almost nothing. It took very little for me to feel full. Sorry, I've got a message here that I'm trying to read. Oh, absolutely. Brother, I've known that for literally years. So I'm going to kind of tell you guys what he said. I'm going to summarize it. The Food and Drug Administration has known and has allowed food production companies to produce food in a way, in their argument is, well, we do this to preserve the food. But that preservation of the food makes it unbelievably healthy and truly addicting. Like they know, don't get the wrong idea. McDonald's, whether anyone can prove it or not, McDonald's adds things to their food that make it addicting. Why do you think that there is no one in the country that would argue that McDonald's French fries are the greatest fries in the world? Except maybe Five Guys, because Five Guys are cut straight from the potato. And they are delicious. But nobody would argue that point. You cannot tell me with a clear conscience that there isn't stuff in their hamburgers, that there isn't stuff in, it's already proven that they add beef seasoning or beef bouillon, I don't remember exactly what it is, to the frying oil that they use to fry French fries, because it is extremely addicting. But what you also have to remember is that the human experience lends itself to easily getting addicted to things that aren't necessarily drugs. All right? And there is a component to addiction that doesn't require you to take drugs. You can be addicted to something that's actually good for you. There's a saying, and I'm going to mess this up so bad, I know I am. But if you think about something long enough, it becomes an action. If you act on something long enough, it becomes a habit. If you do that habit long enough, it can become an addiction. Please, if I have completely torn that up, I apologize. But that is basically the idea, right? And it doesn't have to be a bad thing. You guys, you've got to understand when I say this, you can be addicted to things that are good for you, and that's okay. I know guys that are addicted to working out, which I soon hope to be that guy, right? I'm sitting in a parking lot and there's a security officer driving around with these little lights on, and it's kind of funny. But you can be addicted to things that are okay. Addiction, the word addiction in itself isn't necessarily a bad thing. But if you're addicted to something that's bad for you, or you are addicted to something that can kill you, those become obviously bad addictions. But please understand that as far as the human psyche goes, now, okay, I got to be careful here, but there is very little difference between being addicted to alcohol. I'm not, and understand that with alcohol and certain drugs, there is a chemical change that happens in the body, and that chemical change creates an addiction you literally can't fight. You have to have other drugs to help you beat that. But you can be addicted to, I wish I could think of something, cough medicine. I'm trying to think of something that you can be addicted to that doesn't have an addicting or addictive chemical, right? If you can think of something, then put that in your head. Think of that. There's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with being addicted. Chocolate. Let's say chocolate. You can be addicted to chocolate. There in itself, there is nothing wrong with chocolate. But we're human beings. You eat enough chocolate and you're going to become addicted. And what does that mean? That means you are going to want chocolate all the time. Tylenol, perfect example, bro. There's nothing addictive in the formula for Tylenol. But if you take it long enough, if you don't take it, your body will go, I need the Tylenol to keep this from happening or feeling this way or that way. When in the end, it is not a chemical addiction. It has not changed your chemical physiology. It simply is a matter of, I feel a certain way and I want to continue to feel a certain way. Chocolate, like I said with chocolate, chocolate, a lot of people from sweets. There's another one, sugar. Let's go with sugar. I am addicted to sugar. Guys, I'm going to be right honest about it. I am addicted to sugar. But there is no chemical in sugar that makes it necessarily addictive. It is addictive because I'm a human being. And as a human being, if I eat enough of it, my body gets used to it, and I will crave that, and now I'm addicted to it. So understand that's what I'm talking about when it comes to addiction. I'm not talking about drugs and alcohol are a whole different subject. If you're having a problem with that, please, I'm begging you, go get help. Go to someone and help them and get help from them. Okay, there are lots of places that can help you. If you cannot hold your liquor, if you don't know how or you're not able to, if you recognize that, if you're a drug abuser, right, and I'm not beating up on you, if you are someone that is addicted to drugs, please go get help. This world is better because you're in it. Don't ever believe differently. I don't know you. I may not know you personally, although most of the people on my Facebook I know personally. But with that said, understand that this world is better because you're in it. Please go get help. Someone will miss you when you die. You may not think so. You may not even know their name. But there's somebody will miss you. Somebody is looking at you. Somebody is watching you because they look up to you or they look to you for whatever. Everybody has somebody that's following them. They just don't know it. And I don't mean following you like a creeper, in a horror movie. I'm talking about somebody looks up to you. Somebody values your opinion. Somebody reads your Facebook posts every day and wishes that they could tell you how they feel. Somebody, for whatever reason they cannot, I don't know what those reasons are, but they are there. But the world is a better place because you're in it. And I don't care who you are. I don't care how many people you've hurt and you're feeling guilty and depressed over that. If you have a drug issue or an alcohol issue, please get help. Okay, I'm going to get down off my soapbox. So as I was saying, I had Noodles and Company. That's not a very big thing. Not compared to a lot of the meals I could have gotten. But I'm telling you guys, I've only had two half pieces of pizza from breakfast pizza at 9 o'clock this morning, and I am so stuffed. I can't, if I ate another bite of food, I think it would push me over the edge of being able to throw up. I would lose my dinner because I would just be too full. And that's an incredible thing for me, you guys. You know, if you're watching this, you know what that's like. You know how many times a week you walk out of a restaurant or get up from the table so full that you're uncomfortable. You know it. You've either done it yourself, or in the mild off chance, in the very, very rare off chance that you're someone that's never done that, you know somebody that does. You have a parent that does it. You have a brother or a sister that does it. You have a friend that does it, and they do it every time you go out to eat. So understand that for me, that's a big deal, man. That I was full from that tiny bit of food. And I'm kind of happy about it. I'm kind of happy because this means the night before, I'll take my next shot next Thursday. And when I do, I can imagine that by that time, the night before I take that shot, that I will be at a place where I can look at a meal that is 1/8 the size of what I'm used to and be able to say, that's all I need. That's all I need for this meal. Or, that's all I need for today. I'm just going to go ahead and have lunch, and that's going to be my calorie intake for the day, and I'm good. Now, what is that calorie level? Now I need to go burn those calories off. Because again, all of this stuff is great. All of it is wonderful, and it's a start. But please understand that there's no shot or pill or special diet that changes the laws of physics as it relates to weight loss. There's only one way to lose weight. You must burn more calories than you take in. You must. There is no way around it. All of the diets and all of the pills and all of the shots are designed for one thing, and that is to help you control the amount of calories that you bring in so that you can more easily burn those calories off when it's time. There's no magic formula, guys. It doesn't happen. But it seems to me, for me, what has happened is the shot has made me, as I was told it was going to, it legitimately has made me less hungry in times when I really thought I would be. And not as much is more filling. Does that make sense? Again, 2 pieces of pizza and a bowl of Korean beef noodles, 5 they're little bitty meatballs. They're maybe that big around. Is my entire intake for the day. Guys, I used to be able to intake that many calories by the end of my breakfast. And most definitely, if I skipped breakfast, most definitely by lunch. And that's my whole intake for the day. And I feel so full that I can promise you that I will not be eating again tonight. I won't even be snacking. Now, I will say this. I love you guys. I am on a hunt for something that I know will probably taste nasty, or at the very least won't taste as good as what I used to have. But, like I was telling my wife today, if I don't learn to like some things that may taste a little off because they don't have sugar in them, or I'm trying to learn to enjoy something that has no calories and no sugar in it, then I have to do that. Because there's a saying, and every one of you know this. Every one of you knows this. If you want, if you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you've always got. If I keep eating, and here's the thing, here's what it is I'm looking for, but if I keep eating regular gummy bears, I'm just going to keep intaking the same amount of sugar, the same amount of calories, or the sugar that turns into calories, and this would be pointless. This would be stupid. There's no point in doing this. So what I am looking for is sugar-free, 0-calorie gummy bears. Now, I am fully aware that they are probably not going to taste as good as the gummy bears that I eat now, or that I ate 2 days ago. But so what? I've got to learn to enjoy that. I've got to learn to pick that up and say, yep, it is not as good as the original, but it'll do. It definitely is. It's good enough for me that I can offset the taste. That's okay. In all truth, I'm a 53-year-old man and I can do what I want. Nobody argues that. Nobody is saying, no, you can't. No, nobody is saying, you have to do this. But at the end of the day, there are just some facts you can't run away from. If you want to lose weight, you have to do this. You're a grown man. You can eat all the gummy bears, regular gummy bears you want. But you're going to keep getting what you've always gotten. So I have to learn to enjoy things that, because I am a gummy bear fanatic. I like gummy anything, man. So I either say, okay, no more gummy bears, or I go, okay, let's go with the sugar-free, calorie-free gummy bear. And I may not like them for the first week. I may not like them for the first month, but eventually I will not only learn to like them, but I'll be able to put a regular gummy bear in my mouth and spit it out and go, that is too sweet. I can't even eat that anymore. Guys, I would love that. Do you have any idea what that means to a fat guy? To be able to believe that one day, not very long, I'm going to look at a 6-ounce steak and a baked potato and go, that's all for me. That's all I need. Hythen, brother, I love you, man. You keep lifting me up, bro. I want you, if you don't mind, I would like for you to be on, get on here for every video. Because you hype me up, and I love that, brother. Thank you, my man. I truly appreciate that. Kevin, to answer your question, a lot of you guys might be wondering this. If you haven't seen my other 2 videos, I am on Zepbound, and I took my very first shot yesterday at 10 a.m. And I'm not sure what you meant there, Hythen. Mr. White, I'm not sure what you meant. Yes, absolutely, man. Iron sharpens iron. Took it I took the shot at 10 o'clock yesterday morning, and there he is. There he is. Everybody say hi to my cousin, Matt. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? Okay, so let me go back through this, because I haven't told you, Matt. I know you don't know yet. So, yes, sir. Do you know that place is completely gone now? Anyway, we'll talk about that later. But, okay, so, yesterday, a couple of days ago, I was prescribed Zepbound, which is the weight loss formulation of Mounjaro. Mounjaro is like Ozempic, or it is a GLP-1 drug that's used to kind of help with weight loss. They were originally made to help diabetics, but they have found that, and research has shown that they are incredibly good at helping with weight loss. And I am willing to bet you, here's how popular these drugs are. I am willing to bet you that you don't know it, but at least one of your friends, family members, well, Matt, I'm your cousin, and I'm doing it, have been given this, and it is by prescription. As much as I wanted to get on it, I'm gonna be transparent here. As much as I wanted to get on this for the last roughly about a year, when I went into the weight management clinic at my hospital, she brought it up to me. She brought it up to me and said, I'm gonna try to put you on this. And bro, I love you, man. If you can do it, God love you, Matt. You know how I feel about it. 24 hours. I hope you're being healthy. Be healthy with it, brother. But man, you're in my prayers now, bro. I will keep praying for you to help you with the weight loss. Unfortunately, I'm just going to be as transparent as I can, guys. I can't do it, man. Matt, I just can't, bro. The cravings are so astronomically bad that I truly feel like a drug addict with food. So I know where my weakness is. And so I've gone to my doctor, and my doctor has put me on this. And so real quick, since I know that at least the three of you, Michael, Matt, and Hythen, I don't know if you know the journey of the last 24, 48 hours-ish. So I'm going to go through that real quick. Started the shot at 10 a.m. yesterday morning. There is a video of that shot. Again, I'm sorry. He said, yeah, absolutely. You got to pray, bro. You got to pray. So at 10 o'clock, I took the shot. There's a video of me doing that and kind of introducing what is going on. I will be making a video every day of my progression and how I felt that day, what I ate that day. It keeps me not only accountable, but it also documents it, so that I'm able to go back and say, okay, on this day I did this, on this day I did that. So anyway, took the shot at 10 o'clock yesterday morning. Have had 0 side effects. I have not had flu-like symptoms. I have not been nauseous. I have not, nothing. I mean, 0 side effects. But I will say this. I ate lunch yesterday at roughly 2 o'clock. And I went to bed about 8:30 to 10, somewhere between 8:30 and 10. And did not desire to eat another bite the rest of the day. So that was really cool. And I was like, all right, I kind of see something happening there. Well, today I had 2 pieces of breakfast pizza this morning. And to say that I've had 2 pieces is truly unfair, because Casey's cuts their breakfast pizza, cuts their pieces in half. So instead of an 8-piece pizza, you're getting a 16-piece pizza. I was only able to eat 2 of those. So I had 1 piece of pizza. I had no desire for lunch today. And then about an hour ago, I went to Noodles and Company, and I had the bowl of Korean beef noodles, and then the 5 little, if you've ever been to Noodles and Company, you know how big these little meatballs are, the Korean meatballs. And I'm going to tell you, again, I've only had 2 pieces of pizza other than the Noodles and Company, and the Noodles and Company have made me so full that I'm almost sick to my stomach. Not quite. I am not uncomfortable, but I can easily see if I had 1 more bite right now, if I ate 1 more thing, I would probably get sick to my stomach. That is how full I feel right now. And I've had nothing to eat today. I mean, 2 pieces of pizza at 9 o'clock this morning, and then I didn't eat again until 7. I love that. So I'm now, it looks like, and I'm gonna roll with this. It looks like my body is able to function happily on less calories. So with that, now it's time for the personal phase 2. The personal phase 2 is, now I need to start monitoring those calories and making sure I get into the club and work those calories out. Does that make sense? Get in there. What's up, Nikki? Nicholas? But the phase 2 is to go, all right, these are the amount of calories I've had. I'm very happy with that. I don't need any more calories. Now, I've had 500 calories. I need to work out and burn off 550 calories, right? Because I'm telling you guys, 2 pieces of pizza at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then a bowl of Korean beef noodles at Noodles and Company, and some meatballs, I should not feel as fat and bloated as I feel right now. And I love it. I know that sounds funny, but I love it because that's almost nothing compared to what I used to eat. I used to have that much food just in my lunch and then have a giant meal at 7 or 8 o'clock. So this is huge for me. With that said, go Chiefs. If you're not a Chiefs fan, there's something wrong with you. Go get some help. Don't hate on my Chiefs. I'm looking forward to the game on Sunday. The big game. I don't know if I get in trouble for saying Super Bowl, so I'm not going to say Super Bowl. But there you go. I've said it. But we're on our way. We'll be there. I'm looking forward to being able to eat maybe 2 or 3 good chicken wings, a couple of good chicken wings, a little bit of nachos, and then wash it all down with a glass of either unsweetened tea or water. And then those are the calories that I'll intake. I'll be able to burn those. Yes, agreed, dude. Well, they're going to do the parade, but at least it's my understanding and they're going to do the parade. By the way, I'm going to address this in just a second. They're going to do the parade, but they're not going to have the big rally at the end because they're going to do that. I guess all the owners and coaches and crap are going to be doing are going to go back to the stadium and do their own private rally, but there will be a parade, so we've got at least that much. All right, I'm going to address the smoking really quick. Yes, I am going to quit smoking. I have 4 boxes of the patch at home. My goal is this. It is not unheard of to lose 100 pounds in a year while using these drugs, okay? That's not unheard of. My goal is I am 400 to the dot, 400 pounds right now. Thank you for those of you that are going, man, you sure don't look like you're 400 pounds. You're right, I do carry it well. My body spreads the fat out. But look at this. I got fat face. I hate that crap. But in the course of a year, it is not uncommon to easily lose 100 pounds if you're truly, if you really take it seriously and you do it, 100 pounds in a year. And that would be great, okay? But that's the goal. When I hit 100 pounds, when I hit 300 pounds even, I will quit for good. Now, does that mean that I'm going to wait around? No. If I feel like I can comfortably quit smoking without desiring to eat like a fat fuck, sorry guys, I apologize for the language. You may have kids that might want to watch this or something. You might want to sit down with your kids and watch it. I apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. But believe me, if you're fat, you know what I meant when I said that. You know how hard that is. If I feel like I can quit smoking without the food cravings hitting me, because one of the hardest things that you can do is try to lose weight and quit smoking at the same time. Trying to quit smoking, I have been told, is harder than quitting meth, okay? With that said, I'm also trying to lose a ton of weight right now, guys. Let me fight each battle as I need to fight it, okay? But understand that it is definitely on the table to quit smoking. It is there. Again, 100 pounds is the goal. I will put the cigarette down the day that I step on the scale. I will slap the patch on my arm, throw my cigarettes in the trash, and be done smoking. That is, I commit to that. You have my word on that. My son just joined this chat, and I just made a promise to my son, to my cousin, to my little sister, and to one of my, a man I consider a friend. Although it's been a long time since we've hung out, Ethan, but I consider you a friend. So that's my commitment. Understand that that doesn't mean that I won't quit earlier. If I feel like I'm good to go this summer, I may put them down this summer. But again, the goal is 100 pounds. Excuse me. See, I told you, man, I've hardly eaten anything today. And I feel I feel like I've eaten a lot more. So this is Friday. That's my Friday broadcast. I love you guys. You know that. If you're having some troubles and you're interested in that, or you just anything. I don't care, man. If you're struggling with some mental illness, if you're struggling with a drug addiction, alcoholism, weight loss, because I'm telling you, man, being addicted to eating is a B, okay? Because it's acceptable. Don't nobody look at a fat guy walking down the street and talk about, oh, he's all cracked out. Nah, man. They may make a joke because he's fat, but I make jokes because I'm fat, and everybody has a good time. Nobody's trying to hurt anybody's feelings. So it's almost acceptable. It is very common to walk out of a restaurant feeling like you need to be wheeled out in a wheelbarrow. And I've heard people say that. It is accepted. It is okay in our society to overeat. We don't think anything of it. We live in a society where one of our oldest generations right now was taught, you eat every bite of food. You eat every bite of food that is on your plate. I had to learn to stop doing that. I had to look at and go, our country, and I don't know if you know this, but it's the God's honest truth. Our country as a whole wastes 44% of the food that it processes. Okay? Now, let's be realistic. The two generations that are above me that are still alive is my grandparents. Although my personal grandparents have passed on, there's still plenty of grandparents out there that are older than 80 years old, and they lived through the Depression. And then they taught their children, who are now what we call the boomer generation. They were raised by those same people. And during the Depression, you just didn't waste food. We weren't wasting 44% of our food. We were lucky to have food on our tables. But that is over, guys. That time is over. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with what the boomers taught us. There is nothing wrong with my mother and father having taught me to eat everything on my plate. The only problem is I wasn't making that plate. Somebody else was. My mom or my dad. And that's okay, but they might have put more food on there than I wanted to eat in the first place. So now I'm eating a plate of food that I didn't make, and I've got to eat every bite of it because we can't afford to waste food. That time is over. It is okay. Please, please, I'm begging you. If you have children, I get that they have to eat. I'm not saying to let them walk away without having to eat anything, and then later on, just before bed, they start crying that they're hungry. That happens. We all know that it does. I'm not talking about that. I am talking about they've eaten most of the food on their plate, and maybe they've got half a chicken leg or 2 bites of potatoes still on the plate. Allow them to walk away. Allow them to push themselves away when they're full, because I promise you, if you don't, they will grow up to be 400-pound, 53-year-old men and women that don't know how to say no to food because they've always been taught to eat everything that was put on their plate by someone else. I'm not slamming any parents here, okay? I have 8 children. I'm not slamming any parents. I want you to understand that. But make it okay for you to walk away from your plate. And make it okay for them to walk away from that plate. Now, if they haven't eaten any of their chicken and 2 bites of their potatoes, we both understand that. That's silliness. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about, okay, you still got a couple bites of chicken. It's okay. Go ahead. Johnny, it's get up, go from the table, but understand if you leave that on the plate, right, then you're done. You're done eating for the day, and that's okay. See, we have to start being okay with things that are different than what we were originally taught. Because there's no rule book. Guys, there's no rule book. Your grandmothers and grandfathers didn't teach your mothers and fathers, and your mothers and fathers teach you to eat every bite on their plate because it was in some rule book. There's no rule book. Do you understand? There's no rule book. They made that shit up. Excuse me. They made that stuff up. Okay? So, understand that. Understand that it works how it works. We have to, just like they had to learn to eat every bite on their plate, we have to learn to say that it's okay, because we're teaching our children, you don't have to grow up and be fat. You don't have to do that. And I'm not, again, I'm not slamming any parents. I'm not slamming the boomers. I'm not slamming current parents. I'm not slamming anybody. I mean, you have to understand, I'm one of those parents that did teach my children, you need to eat every bite on your plate. And mom, my wife, said to me, honey, that's not a good idea. It's not a good idea to do that. I know that you were taught that, and I was taught that too. She agreed. I was taught the same thing. But if they're not hungry, allow them to leave the table. And that's okay, because, well, something's up. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry about the background. There's an ambulance coming into the Walmart. Guys, I am parked all the way. Okay, so look at this. Look at this. Here's where I am. right now, okay? This is the parking lot. I am all the way over in the corner, out of the way of everyone, okay? Just now, out of nowhere, this guy decided to pull up right next to me and park just outside of my view. I don't know. It's not cool. They don't seem to be getting out of their car or messing around, so I don't know what's up. But I'm going to go ahead and let them do that. Hythen, I agree. I'm going to be playing with the grandbabies tonight, but I'm understanding they might be going to sleep, so that'd be okay. I love hanging out with my grandkids. Love hanging out with my kids, but yeah, it is. It's very creepy, bro. But it is what it is, and I'm a big boy. I'm not that I'm not Billy Badass. I'm just saying I'm not too worried about it. And I am literally live broadcasting here. I'm at the Walmart in Raytown in the parking lot. So if something happens to me on video, you can call the police and go, hey, you guys need to get over there. So that's my little disclaimer, but I'm good. So I just thank you for those of you that are on this journey with me, that have been following me. I know a lot of you will not see this until after the live is over. You'll watch the video, and please comment and like on it and stuff. I want to hear your comments. I want to know what you're thinking. Because I'm betting that we're kind of all yes, Hythen. And I'm betting that we're all kind of thinking the same thing. We got to do this together, and I appreciate all of you being with me on this journey. And with that, I think I'm going to wrap up for the night, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And it may be quite a bit earlier than tonight is. I might even do two. One during the day while I'm at work, and then one doing, yeah, right. Absolutely. By the way, just as a funny, for anybody that's still watching, if you get a chance, there is a South Park episode called, something to the effect of the end of something, the end of fat, or the end of something. And it's a South Park episode about the GLP-1 drugs. Everybody in the town gets hooked on them, and Cartman thinks he's going to grow up or thinks he's going to get real skinny, and it's hilarious, man. But anyway, with that said, and I highly recommend, if you can find it, I think it's on Paramount Plus. If you can find it, you got to watch it. It's hilarious. But with that, guys, have a wonderful night. God bless you. I love you. I truly do. You know. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow. Again, every day I plan on putting out a video, until such time as I'm either no longer taking the drug, if when my body is shaped like The Rock, I'll still be doing live videos. I'll still be. This is how I got here, right? And you guys will be there with me, and you'll see it. But again, there's two reasons that I do this, and two reasons I will continue to do it. It is my inspiration for why I'm doing this. The one is to document everything. Document what I'm doing. By the way, that's water. I've been drinking a lot of water. But it's to document everything that's going on. That's first. Second, and equal to that, is to inspire anyone who is interested in doing. Anyone that is interested in losing weight, in whatever path you decide to do that, I hope that these videos are inspiring to you. You may not want to use a GLP-1 drug. You may not feel like you need to do that. I cannot beat the cravings anymore. I just can't, guys. That doesn't make me weak. I just have allowed myself to give into the cravings for so long that it's virtually impossible for me to quit now, right? So in order for me to fight those, I got to use some help. And that's what these drugs are for. They are not a magic pill. I'm not going to wake up tomorrow morning 50 pounds lighter. They are simply a help to help me not desire to eat so much. So that's the goal. The goal is twofold: document and inspire. I love you guys. I will see you tomorrow. God bless you. Sweet dreams and good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Peace.